Conqueror's Blade Open Beta Launch is on June 4th. There is 7-day head start access for pre-orders, as well as like a 3-day one as well. So we'll go over that really quick since we just got that announced just 2 days ago. So again, June 4th is when it's free to play. Everyone can jump in and play your medieval general war game with tons and tons of units and siege and everything, a bunch of crazy stuff going on. But that'll be on Tuesday, May 28th at 1600 CEST or 7 a.m. Pacific time. And then there is some other bundles you can pre-order, which will get you $15, will get you 3-day head start access plus 7 days premium and a bunch of other little things. But to get to the 7-day head start, you'll need to pay $60. You'll get a bunch of different bonuses, crafting resource kits and everything. And then the $100 will get you 2 months premium and even a war elephant. So a bunch of stuff for that. And we'll talk a little bit more about some of this stuff as well. But let's go over some of the cool features now that we got the open beta dates out of the way. So basically, you'll play a general. This is a medieval war game. You'll take command of units and everything. There's 10 generals, one with a polearm. I think there's a pistol and musket one, and then a longbow and everything, swords. There's a bunch of different weapons you can use as the different generals. So there's some balance and PvP aspects to that. You want to learn, check out all their skills and everything. But there's a lot of siege gameplay. So you're basically looking to take castles. That's an open world MMO. So you're going to be playing with other people, obviously. And giant siege castles, obviously. And there is tons of siege things that you'll want to take advantage of. There's trebuchets, it looks like. There's battering rams that you'll have to protect your units to actually take down doors and everything. And then those assault towers to actually get over the walls. There's ladders, a bunch of other stuff. But it gets pretty intense. Little units you actually take command of. You can do different formations. You can set them in different formations like triangle formation, stuff like that. So it gets pretty hectic. There's PvP. There's team 15 versus 15, I believe. So it gets pretty hectic in PvP. You'll be taking control of units. There's cannons and stuff inside bases. So it can get pretty hectic in some PvP matches, most likely, with hundreds of units on the game as well. So you can find out a ton more. We're just doing a short little episode, 15 minutes of Lazy Peon's first impressions. He goes into more depth about PvP and he actually shows some of his PvP footage. He goes over character creation and everything. Definitely check that out. We'll leave a link down below to his longer video. So that's pretty in-depth as well. What else is there? There's mounted combat and a bunch of other cool stuff. There's a tutorial at the beginning. He talks a little bit about that. So that is good to get people into some Conqueror's Blade army action going on here. Next up, I guess we can talk about reviews a little bit. So it is mixed reviews for the kind of closed beta. So that's prior May 24th. Well, hopefully some of this stuff gets fixed. But the first couple reviews I was just checking out, connections and servers seem like an issue for someone. They didn't even think it was on an NA server, which they did mention in a news video that just came out just yesterday that there's going to be an NA server and 2 EU servers, EU West and EU East, I believe. So maybe that will fix that if the other servers are being launched, or maybe they already were, so maybe it still is an issue, but we'll see. There's probably open launch issues as well, so we'll have to see how that goes. And then balance was another big issue with a couple people. So some classes they felt could be 3-hit, some classes were super tanky, and then other classes could just beat a different class from if they were a ranged class because you couldn't catch up or something like that. So it seems a little bit more rock paper scissory combat, unless they do some more balancing, which would probably fix some of the people's issues, but we'll have to see on the launch. It's going to be free to play, so just jump in and see if it's PvP balanced or not, but that will be there. And that's your open beta details, some rundown of the game features and everything, and a little bit of reviews mixed in. So we got Mark saying HBD. What does that stand for? I don't know, tell me. But there is also, they did a little news summary thing. They talked about the open beta deal, some stuff we already covered, but they also pointed to some currencies for the game. So there's consumables and currencies in detail. They talk about some of the coin systems. If you want to check out more, we'll leave a link to that below. And they talk a little bit about the different experience expansion permit and some of the premium account bonuses. So if you're interested in purchasing and getting that 30-day experience boost is one of the big things for premium. So you'll definitely want to check out this little article. They said they would update it when they had more stuff. So if you're checking this out in a couple months, then they'll probably be updating it. So you'll get a rundown of that. And there's a couple trailers as well if you want to check out these. There's an open beta cinematic trailer. So a little bit of a history, I think, of the main character, or just a general as a boy and the hardships he goes through to take revenge, I guess. And then there was the gameplay and Siegecraft video we checked out. We'll leave a link to both of those trailers as well. A lot of cool stuff for a medieval war game, MMO / open world with PvP and Siege Command. There's non-PvE PvP modes as well. You can just do some like tutorial or campaigny stuff. So there is that as well. So with that, we will have another episode tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific. Actually not, because it's Monday through Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday. So we'll see you back Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific. So we will be signing out now. Pew 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 pew.